Okay, so today I'm going to show you how you can send a Word or a LibreOffice document directly to Thunderbird. No worries about attaching files or picking them up from your PC. This is direct from the application itself. I'm also going to go through some troubleshooting steps as well in case you get into difficulties. So stick around, all the details coming up shortly. Don't forget to like this video, share it and subscribe to my channel. Doing these three things help us make more great videos for you. So as I say today, I'm going to show you how you can send a Word document directly from Word or LibreOffice straight to Thunderbird. And I'm also going to go through any troubleshooting steps as well you might have that might prevent you from doing this. So as you can see here, I've got this Thunderbird window open. It's a new message window with my document attached directly to it. And I've sent that straight from LibreOffice. So how do you do it? Well, first of all, let's open LibreOffice. And I'm going to show you Word in a minute. So I've just opened it. I'm going to open a document. This is just a test document. Okay. So all I simply do is I just click on File, click on Send, or move my mouse down to Send, and then click on Email Document just there. And then you should see Thunderbird open up at the bottom of the screen. Move your mouse over it, and if it doesn't open up on the screen, then just move your mouse over it, and then move your mouse over where it's got Write there and click on Write. And there you go. And all you need to do is you just carry on filling out your email. So you type who it's going to. In the subject, you can take out whatever it's put in there and put your own thing in there. And in here, in the bottom, you can write your email just as you normally would. And as you can see there at the bottom, Word doc has been attached. But what if you wanted to do this from Word? Well, you again open up Word. So let's just do that. Open up your file, or once you've finished typing it, then you can do this. Let's just find the file that I want. There it is, Word doc. And then again, all I have to do is I just click on File at the top of the screen, go down to Share, left click once, go over to Email, left click once, and go over to Send as Attachment, and again, left click once. And then again, you should see the Thunderbird icon open up at the bottom of the screen, or a little line appears below it if it was already down there. Just click on the word Write once you've moved your mouse over the Thunderbird icon. And again, you've got the email opened up there, and you can just type in who it's going to, change the subject if you want, and write anything in the main white box if you need to. And just double check before you send it that the document is attached at the bottom of the screen. Okay, so I did tell you that I was going to go through troubleshooting steps if you was having problems. So first of all, what if you clicked on the file button, clicked on share, or done a similar sort of thing in LibreOffice, went and sent as attachment, but a different email or a wizard comes up on the screen, and then you get this message here saying that the account could not be completed successfully, and then you get Word could not send mail because of MAPI failure, unspecified error. Well, first of all, the first thing to do is let's just close it all down and go into Thunderbird. Once you're in Thunderbird, click on the three horizontal lines just up there in the top right-hand corner, and then move your mouse down to Settings, not Account Settings, but Settings, left-click once, and then just here under System Integration, you've got Always Check to see if Thunderbird is the default mail client on startup. Well, don't worry whether that's ticked or not. Click on Check Now, just there, just to the right of it. Okay, and make sure that there is a tick to the left of email. As you can see, mine has no tick. So if I put a tick in it, but just by clicking on the box and then clicking Set as Default, and then let's just come out of this by clicking on the cross just up there and clicking on the cross just up here. And then let's try that again, shall we? So I'm just going to go back into Word and open up my Word document, click on File, click on Share, click on Email, click on Send as Attachment. And there you go. Thunderbird has opened at the bottom of the screen. Now, I'm just going to make sure that also works for LibreOffice too. So let's just go into LibreOffice Writer. And once I'm in there, I'm going to open the file again. And then I'm going to click on File, click on Send, and click on Email Document. And there you go. Again, Thunderbird has opened up at the bottom of the screen. Now, another common issue is if you're running an older version of Word, such as 2007, and you go up to the start button in the top left-hand corner, go down to send and then to email, you might get this message. Log on failed. You must log on to Microsoft Exchange to access your address book. Error code, and again, unspecified error. Well, the most common reason for this error is that your version of Office is probably a different architecture to your version of Thunderbird. And when I mean architecture, I mean it's quite possible that your version of Office or Word is a 32-bit architecture and your version of Thunderbird is a 64-bit architecture. So let's just check this out. The easiest way to check this out is to click on the start button and just type appwiz.cpl. appwiz.cpl. Then hopefully after a few seconds under best match you should see appwiz.cpl control panel item. Move your mouse over that, left click once, find Thunderbird in your list. There it is, Mozilla Thunderbird, and as you can see there in brackets after, mine says X64. That means that I've got a 64-bit version of Thunderbird running on my system, and it's quite possible that my version of Word is a 32-bit version. So what I really need to do is I really need to download a 32-bit version of Thunderbird to match my version of Word. Now the same could happen the other way round. It could be that I've got a 32-bit version of Thunderbird which would be denoted by X86 rather than X64, and it might be that my version of Office is a 64-bit version. So what I'm going to need to do is, first of all, I would recommend backing up Thunderbird, certainly the data from it. And I'm going to go through the best way of doing that. Now, it'd be a good idea to back it up to a memory stick if you can, or you could back it up to another part of the disk on your computer. So let's just close all this down. I'm going to close everything down so we're back to the desktop. Open up a yellow folder, preferably the one at the bottom of the screen. And then what we need to do is we need to click on the three dots just there and then click on Options. And then we need to click on View. And then we need to make sure that under hidden files and folders that show hidden files, folders and drives are selected. So if that circle is white, left click once into it, click on apply, click on OK. And then we need to go to this PC just on the left. And then we need to double click on the C drive. And then we need to find users. Double click on that. Find our username. There's my username just there. Double click on that. Double click app data, double click roaming, and at this point we do need to make sure that Thunderbird is closed. Okay, so find Thunderbird in the list there, right click once on it, left click copy, and then what we want to do is we want to put it somewhere, so we can put it on the desktop if you want. So if you can't see the desktop, then close the window there by clicking on the cross in the top right hand corner. Find a space on the desktop, click on the right mouse button and then left click paste. And that should be all of our data files in Thunderbird. It might take some time to copy. Like I say, you can also copy it to an external hard drive or a USB stick if it's big enough to take all your emails. You can copy it to that to back it up. This is just in case the worst should happen, because what we can do is, if we need to, we can copy that back. So as I say, I have got a 64-bit version of Thunderbird installed on my system, but for it to work with Word 2007, I really need a 32-bit version. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to open my browser once that's copied. So let's just open Edge, and then I'm going to go to thunderbird.net. I'm going to go to download and languages options, which is above the big download button there. We need to go there. So it should automatically select the version of Thunderbird you want, but we need to select a different architecture. So underneath operating system, where it's got Windows, there is need a specific installer, which is hidden. So we just need to click on the arrow pointing downwards, and down there we've got 64-bit So if we've already got a 64-bit version of Thunderbird installed, we need to select the 32-bit. If you've already got a 32-bit, i.e. it's denoted in the list of programs as x86, then we need to download a 64-bit. It doesn't matter which 64-bit we download, can be either one of those. But in this case, because I'm running a 64-bit version of Thunderbird and I really need a 32-bit, I need to click on 32-bit and then click on download. Let that download. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. And then once it's downloaded, okay, we can shut down Edge. So let's just shut it all down. And what we need to do is we now need to remove the 64-bit version of Thunderbird or the 32-bit version, depending on which way around we're following this. So click on Start, type on your keyboard appwiz.cpl, and then under Best Match, let's click on appwiz.cpl, and then we need to find Mozilla Thunderbird in our list. There it is, the x64-bit version. So I need to click once on that and then click uninstall. Click on yes if this comes up, and then click on next, and then click on uninstall. And then once it's uninstalled, click on finish. Now what we need to do now is we need to go into our downloads folder and install the 32-bit version, or vice versa. So I'm going to click on the cross just up there to close this down. Click on the yellow folder there, click on downloads, find our Thunderbird setup. So double left click on that, let it install, and then click on yes, and then click on next, click on next again, click on install, and let it install Thunderbird. And then, yeah, we can leave that ticked, launched Thunderbird, and click on OK or finish. And then click on the cross just up there to close this box down. And hopefully all of our emails should be intact. Everything should be intact, but we should now have the 32-bit version. And if you want to check whether you've got the 32-bit version or the 64-bit version, close down Thunderbird and then click on the little start button at the bottom of the screen. Type in there appwiz.cpl and then click on appwiz.cpl under Best Match. And then you should see there Thunderbird or Mozilla Thunderbird, and it should have x86 if you've got the 32-bit version, or x64 if you've got the 64-bit version. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into Word. So let's just open up our old version of Word, the 2007 version, and I'm going to open my document up that I had opened earlier, and now I'm going to try and send it via Thunderbird. So I'm going to click on the little start button in the top left hand corner, go to send, and then go to email, and there we go. Thunderbird has opened up. I'll just move my mouse over it, go to write just up there, left click once on write, and there you go. It's now actually opened up Thunderbird, and we're ready to type in the addressee of the person we send it to. We can change the subject once again, and we can type in the main bulk of our email in the big white box. So there you go. Those are the most common problems that you get when you're trying to send from Office to Thunderbird. It also shows you how to do it. If you've got any other issues with sending files to Thunderbird, let us know in the comments down below. Equally, let us know if you've had problems and how did you fix those problems. It would be good to hear from you. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, consider hitting that thanks button and making a donation to this channel. Or if you can't do that, then have a look in the description down below. We've got some great links down there for you to various things, including my Amazon shop, which contains all the things I love at the moment on Amazon: Fire TV sticks, Fire TV cubes, and VPNs. Buying, subscribing, and donating really does help support this channel. It helps me to be able to dedicate more time to spend researching to bring you these great videos. And whilst you're at my YouTube channel, why not stick around? I've got thousands of other videos for you right here, right now, covering all sorts of subjects. Hopefully whilst you're here, you're going to find something to educate you, entertain you, amuse you, and maybe even save you some time and money. And if you do see any videos that you think your friends, your family, or your work colleagues might like to see, then please don't forget to share these videos on your social media timelines. You can check me out on X. I'm at CWTEK. You can also check out my website. It's cwtek.co.uk. Thanks for watching, and speak to you again soon.